Gentlemen and ladies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the custom card review. In this custom card review, it's not based on any stories or anything like that, but I just had this. So in this custom card that we are reviewing today, it's called Crying Dolls, or that's the archetype's name, but it's each one of them have crying doll in their art or in their name and the effects. So let's begin. All right, hold on, just 1 second. Me cleaning my voice out real quick. Okay, good. Now let's begin with crying doll streetlight beast. He's a Earth level 4 spellcaster effect monster. And he has basically 4 effects on one card. So if this card is normal summon, only normal summon, you can select one of these following effects for once per turn. First effect, you can select one spell card from your deck or hand. Deck or hand, to be activated. It's like quick plays, so yeah. Second effect, destroy all cards from your opponent's field. Because first effect is supposed to be like the red, or so green light means go, red light means stop, and yellow means like slow down and yield. So I did it backwards, so yeah. So then the third effect is special summon 2 crying doll monsters from your deck or hand to your field and they cannot declare an attack. So yeah. And if this card is sent to the grave, you can banish this card, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent's life points. So yeah, this card is basically has 4 effects, but one of them is basically you grab a card from your deck or hand to be activated. Then the second card. I'm going down the line, so yeah. So the cards that this card can activate is basically every spell in the game. So it has its own spell card called, basically, there's actually 2 spell cards. Oh, let's slow down. So I'm going over this one first. Eyes of the Crying Doll. It's basically a quick play. You can select one spell/trap card from your deck, except this card, activate it, or activate that selected card. And if you if you control a crying doll monster on the field, before this card gets activated, you can select one other crying doll monster from your deck or hand, special summon it to your field in attack mode. You only activate each effects of this card once per turn. So these 2 cards can basically bring out 3 monsters if you use their third effect. If you use this card's third effect. But if you use the second effect or first effect to bring out this, and then this card brings out certain spell cards. Yeah. So then the second is Crying Doll's hand. You can pay 2,000 life points to special summon one Crying Doll, like basically this one. monster from your banish zone to your field in a defense mode. And if you have a, like, this card on the field, on, or in the graveyard or on the field, you can banish it to the banish zone. Your opponent must discard all cards from their hand to the graveyard. If it does, then both players lose 2,000 life points. So basically, yeah. So then we got, let's do this one. Crying Doll, Copycat Doll. It's a dark, level 4 spellcaster effect monster, and it has this unique effect of, if this card is normal or spell summoned, you can select one card from your or from either player's decks to be equipped to this card. This card gains that equipped card's effects. This card cannot be destroyed by battle, and this card is unaffected by your opponent's card effects, and if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle one banished card into your deck, special summon this card to your field in attack mode. So, and you can only use each effects of this card for once per turn. So basically, there's a special, there used to be a archetype that I made back then that had a special, let's go to it, shall we, before we move on. So the card that I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to slow down to make sure it was called, well, I'm trying to remember, but name, yeah. It was one of the cards that, is this one? No. Oh, here it is. Wacky cards. So this is Beast Donuts archetype. So the Beast Donut level 1 has its effect of, like, you can select one card from your opponent's deck or their graveyard to be equipped to this card. And this card gains that effect without a cost. So I mean, a monster, this would be my first time monster that I actually never actually did before. And it has a level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4, and level 5. And its own level 15. So, yeah. So, this archetype that I made, so this card might be level 1. So, like, it can basically gains its effects. Yeah, and then we have its, like, doll arm. It's a dark level 4 spellcaster effect monster, where if you control this on the field, you can special summon this card to your field from your hand. Once per turn, quick effect, during your standby phase, you can shuffle one card from your graveyard into the deck. Return all of your opponent's. It's like the spell card that's anime exclusive one. I believe it's called Voodoo or whatever. Yu-Gi-Oh! I just said Deja Vu in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Deja Vu. So, this spell card right here. So, it has similar effect, but what makes this one unique and different from the other ones was that this one only allows your opponent to be basically goes back to where they were last turn. And then does it have any? I don't need that. So then, and if this card is sent to the grave or banished, you can pay 200 life points, special summon this card to your field in defense mode. You can only use each effects of this card once per turn. So, basically, once you use this card, earned with this, because once it's summoned to the field and with this, and this card can search it out if you just grab it from your deck to be like added to this field. Because imagine you used it against like a Blue Eyes White Dragon player, and you steal their Blue Eyes White Dragon. It can evolve into it. It also gains its stats too because Donut or Beast Donut archetype, I played it against a couple rounds and then it like basically evolved. So if you guys want me to try, or wait, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. If you guys want me to try using him in a duel against, like, say, Florentine Yu-Gi-Oh!, I would do it. Just to steal one of his key components. So we got Fusion of the Crying Doll. It's a spell card that has protection, basically. You can fusion summon one Crying Doll fusion monster. I know that I forgot to add to this custom card from your extra deck to your field by using the fusion materials from your field or hand. Wait, hold on, let me make sure. Hand, as it's supposed to say, or hand, as fusion materials. It gains this following effects for once per turn. This card gains 500 attack and points for each fusion material from each player's graveyards. So, like, if you use it on your opponents, like if you took your opponent's monster, you can, and then use this card to fusion it, then it still has 5 or more attack points. So, but if a fusion monster that you control gets destroyed by battle while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card instead. So, like, basically, you know how, like, those swords are surrounding one eye? Well, it's actually supposed to be, like, a fusion card, where it's fusing them together to create a monster. Plus, it blocks any attack from, yeah. So, if you guys want me to do this archetype or like play with these actual cards, let me know in the comments below. But also, because that's 6 cards, I am gonna add mirror stuff like this to it. So, Crystal, Queen of the Mirror Shards, Light, level 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Level 7, Spellcaster Effect Monster. This card cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summoned by banishing 2 Mirror Shards monsters you control. Once per turn, you can, take control of it. So then we got Mirror Shards Suntura is a light level 3 mirror. So it's a warrior tuner effect monster. This card is normal summon. You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That monster's effects are negated until the end of this turn. And this card, if this card is sent, so then, Then we got, like, gatherers, basically, like guardians for it. Yeah. So, so if you guys want me to use my donut or beast donut archetype mixed with the doll, like crying doll archetype, let me know in the comments below and I'll do it. I'll even probably do it on, like, Dueling Book, because most of these cards are on Dueling Book. And I will make a quick example of, like, how this archetype will be played. First, you use the summon this card. Use its number 2 effect. Or actually use its first effect. If, like, say, if it was your first turn. You activate this card, and then this card can be used to bring up this one. To have your opponent have 0 cards in their hand. But that burns you for 200. But then that's our first strategy. You could also use this card to be like, to activate this. To fuse. Reason why they're all level 4s instead of like level 5s and above is because I'm used to it. So, yeah. So, get your game on. As here's a fun fact for you about this archetype. It used to be called Chazzy archetype. So it's spelt with, well, my name, but with a Y. Chazzy. So the streetlight beast would be called the Chazzy Streetlight Beast. Streetlight or Eyes of Chazzy, and like mostly weird stuff like that. But I changed it to the Crying Dolls because, yeah, or Crying Doll because I had this archetype in my head for a long time. So, yeah, since I made the Beast Donut archetype, and so I went over and I grabbed that piece of the effect to make the copycat doll. Oh. And the copycat doll, you would also steal your opponent's cards from their deck, basically. If you had this and you have it in your opening hand, you activate it and then you take your opponent's monster, or take a card from your opponent on its deck to be added to your, or to be equipped to it. So, yeah, and then reason why it's equipped to it is because there's a, hold on, I just remembered. Lost them. So it bypasses this card's effects, and or whatever the effects are, like so. Plus, it's not special summoning them or like taking control. Yeah, so it bypasses that. So just imagine if your opponent had Ash Blossom in their deck and basically you special summon this card and you take the Ash Blossom away from your opponent and equipped it to this card. Then it becomes like, yeah. So, do you like this archetype? Do you want it to exceed, or... Because most of these cards have this multiply factor. If one strategy goes off and fails, the other one will begin. So, like, you could use... Plus, if you use Beast Donut, it would gives you more opportunities to be like, oh, I summon Beast Donut. Or, no, I summon, like, basically copy doll, or copycat doll. Oh, and I take your monster. Or, no, I take your spell card. Or trap card. Or whatever. So, peace out, Cub Scouts. And have a good night or day. Depends on the time zones. And there's a lot of strategies of it I could see. So, peace out. Peace.